So I was in the mood for comedy video to check out, but I didn't want to watch one that was too long. You know, when you push 10 plus minutes, that's a bit on the longish side for me when it comes to a comedy routine. And I might want to watch something else after this. So I was looking for something very short. This one is just a little bit over 4 minutes. It's called, well, it says Ricky Gervais on Hitler's ideology. Don't know where he's going to go with this. But knowing Ricky Gervais, it's going to be, well, it'll be interesting, I'm sure. Okay, let's just go ahead and see what he has to say.
What is politics? Politics is the art or science of governing people and governing society. What's the best way to live? How do we live in harmony? That's what we're looking for. Democracy is the closest thing we've got to everyone sort of chipping in. But even that's got problems, you know, who gets the vote? Should everyone get the vote, you know? Dangerous question. The political philosopher Nietzsche said that not all people do deserve the vote and that not all men are born equal. This was classically misinterpreted by Hitler, who went way too far with it. And he just, do you know what I mean? Imagine that. You're a great scholar, Nietzsche, you write that, and you get called to Hitler. Say, all right, Nietzsche? All right, Adolf? Yeah, just been reading your book. Do you like it? Brilliant. Love all that. Man and Superman, not everyone's equal, kill all the Jews. Sorry, what?
What?
Not everyone's equal, kill all the Jews. I didn't write that. No, I read between the lines.
Oh, between the lines.
No, I didn't mean that. You've totally misinterpreted the whole point of it. Yeah, definitely. It's awful. Oh, it's dreadful. Have you been killing Jewish people?
His body language.
What? Have you been killing Jewish people? Oh. How many have you killed?
Oh, jeez.
How many have I killed?
Space.
6 minutes. 6 million! Yeah, all right, don't go on about it. I'm not going to do any more. That's it. Leave it at 6. Leave it at 6.
The way he's like
move
pushing on the podium.
Staying for tea anyway? Oh. Yeah, but be careful in future. I won't. You writing any other books at the moment? Well, I am, but I'm scared to tell you about them. No, I won't do anything. What's your new book called? My new book is called The Jippos. Do we need them?
Oh my God.
Not a traditional subject for comedy. The Holocaust. I'll give you that. Probably why Spielberg didn't put a laughter track on Schindler's List. It would have ruined it. When Schindler's List came out in American cinemas, they actually banned popcorn. That's true. And I think that's a great idea. But I think they should ban it in all films. I don't want to go and watch a film with someone grazing next to me. You know what I mean?
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that they banned pop. I mean, I didn't go see it on the big screen, but I didn't realize that they banned popcorn. Okay. I think that's ridiculous if they really did that. I mean, I'm assuming that they did. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Okay.
Died in it. But what about all the people that died? Obviously, I did it in that because of all the people that died in it. But what about all the people that died in Mad Max? Let's keep it fair. And that was more recent, because it was the future, so it was really recent. I think Schindler's List is a fantastic film. And I didn't watch it at the cinema, actually. I got it out on video about a year later, by mistake, because I'd never heard of it. And I was in Blockbuster, sort of late one night. I was a bit drunk. And I thought it was a porn film.
Oh.
No, because I saw 18 certificate, top shelf. I thought, oh, black and white, dodgy home movie, you know.
No.
German sounding, they're the best.
Oh, gosh.
And what swung it was that quote on the back from Barry Norman, have a box of Kleenex ready. Rubbish. I used about 2. There was a shower scene. Shut up. Lenny Henry, 30 quid. Fuck off.
It's a delicate balance, isn't it? To make comedy about things that are so horrific. Like I reacted to this on my channel earlier. It was like clips from Norm Macdonald's podcast. And there's this part in there, I don't even know what episode, what season, whatever, but there's this part in there where he starts talking about 9/11, and I don't know how much was cut off from before and after. Obviously, I just saw a little bit of it. And he just said 9/11 or something like that. And then he looked at one of his guests or both of his guests, I can't remember, and they started laughing, and they realized that this was just like, why are we laughing when you reference something that was so horrible? There are not comedic thoughts attached to something like 9/11. And yet when I'm watching this clip, there was something about the way he said it and the look on his face that made me laugh, even though what he's talking about is horrific. Same with Ricky Gervais when he was pretending to be Hitler, and he's like, acting all like he's so uncomfortable and sort of, oh, I got caught messing on with the side of the podium, and the body language and the facial expressions. There's, really not much you can find humorous at all. Well, there's pretty much nothing you can find humorous about Hitler or the Holocaust, World War II, or any sort of thing like that where you've got hundreds and thousands of people dying and being killed and fighting. And yet a talented comedian can find a way to bring a little bit of levity to that sort of subject matter. And I think it's good that we can laugh about things like that seem to be so taboo, right? I mean, in a lot of ways they are, and it really just depends on the comedy that's written around them. I don't know. It's hard to just, talking about sensitive subject matter, and some people get terribly offended whenever comedians make jokes about things like that. But I think that it sounds weird to say, but in a lot of ways, I think that it's healthy for society to be able to laugh at things like that. Now, obviously, people that are directly affected, they might feel completely different about it, but it's just, what can you do? I mean, what's the, to appease people that maybe have had direct involvement with or have been directly affected by, to appease their sensitivities. What's the alternative? Shut down comedians? Well, that's not a good thing either. So best case scenario is, if you do not appreciate something that's being said in a comedy bit or whatever, just don't listen to it. But yeah. Okay, well, that was indeed very short. That was a little bit shorter than the length of the video because there's this stuff here at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. See you guys later. Bye.